This is the penultimate day of the Ultimate Pro Series here in Blackpool. Next year we're travelling to arenas around the country. It's been a journey in Blackpool, but it's coming to an end tomorrow. And this is the evening session from Saturday. The last 32. We've got Jordan Shepherd against Conor Treacy. Jordan Shepherd won the lag. He gets us going in frame number 1. The Welsh Wizard. And a very good chance in the opening frame. I think that's just held up. Lucky. If that rolls through another 1/8 of an inch, then he doesn't have a shot, but he's okay. Now joined on commentary by Steve Jameson. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much, Nick. I'm good, thank you. A bit late in, but I don't think I've missed too much. I sort of look at this and I think I know exactly what's happened.
Yeah, he broke, and here we are. Jordan Shepherd will be one of the favourites, in amongst the favourites for this final event.
Yeah, I think so. I think you just have to be if you're Sheppy. I think we talked a lot about this year, about this event rather, about how players have gone through the year, who've had the best years and all the rest of it. I don't think we've mentioned Jordan Shepherd too much, but for me, he's had almost a low-key brilliant year.
Yeah,
I feel like he's returned to sort of his best form.
In the consistency of his results.
Yeah, for sure.
And he plays somebody today in Conor Treacy, and I've had a few conversations with Conor over the past season, and he just seems to be having one of those seasons, because he is a class and quality player who we just haven't seen make any kind of real deep runs, and his feeling is that he just keeps coming up against players who are playing brilliantly, and not just the fact that he's getting these tough draws, yes, but he says everyone seems to just play their best game against him this season, and that happens. I mean, it's a small sample size. 10 events. It's not a massive sample size.
Yeah, and I think this is a lovely shot. Little bit further than he would have wanted, but he's okay. I think for Conor, we were just chatting in the studio, myself and Simon there, about his year, and I think Si hit the nail on the head, really. And I hate to say that, but I think he's probably got a point. But I think Conor himself will probably feel like he's had a bit of a disappointing year. Whereas for me, I'm looking at it, first year on the pros, you've established yourself really in the mix.
Yeah.
You've proved you belong at the level, and you look like you're in contention. You are capable of winning a tournament. You've got the ability. That's progress. That's a good year. But I think Si was very right when he said, I don't think that's how Conor will see it.
Yeah.
He wants more, which is, I think, a good sign. But don't be too hard on yourself, is what I would say to him.
I totally agree with that. You just need to, it's a big step up, and he knows he can mix it here, but at the same time, it takes a while to settle. Sheppy's been a bit loose with his cue ball in these first couple of frames, and he's keeps just slightly running out of position here. But he is a great potter, and this is another table that he's navigated well.
Yeah, very nice. I think from Conor's perspective, you can take a look at Sean Chipperfield. It took him 4 years to to win a Pro Series. Craig Waddingham took him 3 years to win a Pro Series. You know, it's not easy to win early.
Luke Gilbert, yeah, I mean, he kind of grew through the ranks, and it took him a couple of years to lift the trophy, but what's the cue ball?
He shouldn't be panicking too much, and he is going to get a chance in frame number 3. Sheppy dry, and actually a little unfortunate to be so. He was a little close to the corner pocket, but never really in too much danger. He's got a lot of traffic in that sort of, you know, the north of the table, and yeah, can probably count himself a little unlucky not to have made a ball.
Yellows look pretty decent here.
8 balls the biggest issue, I think, for me.
Yeah, yeah. He's got the. I think the 8 ball passes to left centre, or it will once all the yellows are cleared. And you can use the yellow that's closest to the 8 to find that angle. In fact, it may even go to top left as well. So you might just see him leave that yellow over on that side of the table till last. May elect to move it, but I don't think he needs to.
Do love the Conor Treacy rebrand since coming up to the pros. Was known as a challenger, as Mr. Nice Guy gets promoted, and he becomes no more Mr. Nice Guy. Really, really a huge fan of that from Conor, showing a bit of his personality.
He did try and leave an angle on the ball to top right to break out the 8 ball. He landed a bit straight on it, so I think now he will be just leaving that until last. Just needs to mind his angles here. If he finishes with a big angle on the yellow, he's in trouble, but if he finishes dead straight, he's got options. And he's left a big angle on the bottom middle, so he's going to have to go all the way down table and back up again. Navigate these 2 reds. This could have been much easier. If he was straight in on this yellow, it would just be a simple screw back to the side cushion. But now suddenly, he's got some legwork to do. And this could easily go wrong. This needs a very good shot. No.
Yeah, you saw it straight away, didn't you?
Yeah.
He may still be okay. He's just got to play another really, really good shot.
It's how he now holds for the 8 ball, because he needs to be straighter than this. May just be able to nip the cue ball back, but again, it needs a good shot. He might just rattle into the red and hope to break it open. Yeah, I think the other shot was too delicate, and that really works. He's on this.
Oh, it's tight, but yeah, it goes. That'll do.
Very nice.
Yeah, excellent finish from Conor Treacy. Well done. Recovered the situation.
Oh, some serious timing on that. He's so unlucky to lose the cue ball. I mean, he's barely hit this cue ball. That's probably 50% of the pace that he can hit it at. And
yeah,
to get
look at the
kicked in off,
explosion at that. That's crazy.
to get kicked in off there is just unlucky. Sheppy won't mind. One yellow to develop. And cue ball in hand. Gives him the luxury of doing that straight away. But what's he on here? Suddenly, this is tough. He's got a yellow just below the cue ball. He can take it long. May even drop it into the middle if he can get past the red. How long it is. And unless it's centre pocket, they will not accept. So Conor Treacy with a chance in frame 4. Maybe when that cue ball got kicked in off, he wouldn't have expected to be back quite so quickly. turn. Is that cue ball pulled up quickly enough? I'm not sure it has.
Yeah, I don't think he's played the greatest shot there. I think Sheppy can go. I think the lost turn was the right shot. I think the execution wasn't right. Had to block this. Because, you know, whilst yellows are tricky here, you do still fancy Jordan to have a pretty good go at them.
Yeah, I think he just drops this in and holds the cue ball above. He tries to trickle that yellow into the middle. Well, he's not going to be able to trickle it in. He's going to have to play it with a bit of pace because he needs to get the cue ball through. Because the other yellow doesn't go to bottom right, so he needs to push the cue ball through 6 inches or so, just enough. Don't think he can avoid the cannon on the 8 ball here.
Yeah, I don't think he can either.
Maybe the screw past it.
He's playing it pretty much plain ball, so just embracing the cannon, and that could have gone wrong and has gone wrong.
Yeah, he needed a full contact. Glancing blow. He's got a 1 cushion escape though. He can go either side of the red in the middle of the bulk line.
Sort of 1 cushion turning into 2 cushions isn't the worst result, but he's got the edge. So has he got a double maybe? He did.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very tough, but slightly more makeable than maybe the up and down with the cue ball.
Yeah, I guess he thought so, yeah. Conor's perfect on the tricky red on the right hand side, but he's going to come back for that one. Either try and knock it out, or he's got an angle now to come and bump it. Little full ball contact. That's okay. Could have gone wrong and stuck behind the 8 ball, but that would have been very unlucky. I think we're going to 2 each here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just finished a bit straight here though. Wanted an angle just to stun the cue ball down that side of the table. He's going to have to use the side cushion here. Unless he can, well no, he's just left a longer shot. Just backing himself. Why not? He's cueing well.
Yeah, excellent finish from Conor Treacy. Very good.
Well, messy again.
Yeah, made a ball. It's testing my counting speed, Nick. I don't know about you. There's a sort of, as a commentator, I know you've done, you know, hundreds of thousands of matches.
Right.
When you watch the breaks, I'm almost listening more than I am watching. And I find myself now with these new lovely quiet Rassons having to do some very quick counting up.
Yeah, yeah, very much so. I just said exactly the same thing to Dylan Leary when I was commentating with him on the TikTok stream. I thought that one of the breaks was dry, and it was only because I didn't hear a ball go down.
Yeah, it's got to the point now I'm almost watching the players' sort of body language reaction more than I am actually the table. Things are moving so fast. tricky starter on reds. That was missable.
Yeah, there's a couple now that he's played down to that pocket. But he played it as a shot to nothing. He's left absolutely nothing for Conor to fire at here.
You say that there is an aggressive option. I mean, it would be very aggressive if he fancies it, but he could play a sort of plant at the top left of the table, and I think it'd open everything up. But that is, I mean, granted, that is a very ballsy shot and maybe not advised. So much so, Conor thinks that, and he's going to turn it down. You know, I think there's a reason Sheppy took that red on. I think he fancies reds a bit here.
Yeah, he's already on reds. He's
Oh, apologies.
Yeah.
Absolute apologies. Yeah, you're completely correct.
Yeah, he potted.
I've missed a shot, Nick. Is all that's happened there. Yeah.
Potted a yellow off the break, and then so he's got a. That's a nice shot. I was going to say he's got lots of turn shot. He wanted. He almost looks disappointed that maybe the red didn't drop, and possibly so, because he would have had a very, very open table to go at had that red dropped in. But
Conor's in all sorts of trouble here.
yeah, exactly.
Needs to produce something pretty special to stop Sheppy having to go at these. And well, I can see the thinking. He's just trying to tie the 8-ball up, and he's done a reasonable job of it, but these are there for Sheppy now. He can go and have. Well, he can feel pretty confident about getting them.
He's going to take the plant on. Just a fraction straight, but I think he can punch out. Doesn't need to do anything with the cue ball here. And Jordan Shepherd completes the clearance and retakes the lead. We are still on break.
Scott Gillespie's made a quick start against Conor Jones. He leads by 3 frames to 0. Greg a frame punch on Chipperfield, early going. Vivek Mack 3-1 up on Gary Clark. Brendan McCarthy 3-0 up on Neil Raybone. Only Bales made a quick start against Rob Warren, 4-2 in front.
All bag used for Conor. Screws the cue ball straight into the top corner pocket. And worse than that, it's a very open table. The challenger 9 is also down to a semi-final now. Mark Gray will play Zach Cooper. Stephen Kane will play Joe Sison. I think we're going to cover some of those games, certainly one of the semi-finals, on the TikTok stream.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to Ultimate Pool on TikTok. So we're going to start to bring a little bit more content across there. Certainly into next year, where they'll be featuring some of the youngsters from Next Gen and action from the Challenger Series. There's 2 channels, Ultimate Pool and Ultimate Pool 2.
Yeah, it's good fun to be had.
Yeah, definitely.
Big season, of course, for the big event, sorry, for the challenges. Of course, this weekend. Last chance to get a win. Bump yourself up to the big leagues. Still a fair few in that series who would feel like they are worth a promotion. There's plenty of names that you look at when you look down the list and you think, oh yeah, they could do a job.
Yeah.
The next Conor Treacy, if you like. Slightly awkward cue in his Sheppy. I think he can get to the centre of the cue ball. Yeah, he's okay. Red almost in his way.
But it's more of the same from him. His cue ball is just awful at the moment.
Yeah, it was a strange shot, that. I don't think you could ever pull it back on a line that you wanted. Oh, how's your nudge?
Yeah, hand up, Sheppy.
He half did it, didn't he? That's about as much as you get off him.
I see the ladies.
Oh, there you go. There's a hand.
The ladies are also down to a semi-final.
Over Anne-Louise Arkle and Lindsay Roberts. So it's Kirsty Lee versus Kerry in the second semi. And Amy Beecham awaits the winner of Mary Talbot and Lucy Smith. We'll see those matches live tonight. We've got this one followed by Christophe Lambert and Cole Bedford in a truly stylistic matchup. Sheffy goes in off the break, and you can see what he thought about that. And these yellows are absolute roadmap for Conor Treacy.
I mean, it's fair to say that most players have a contrasting style to Cole Bedford, but Christophe Lambert,
he's about as far on the other end of the spectrum as you can go, isn't he? Sophisticated, suave, sensible. It's always refreshing when I see a layout come out like this, and I just think, you know, I could win a frame against a pro player. They really were that simple for Conor Treacy. He could have made these in 20 seconds if he wanted to, but does the professional thing and just makes sure and gets it back within one.
much better break from Conor. Really well timed, but no friends. Doesn't make a ball. Look at this scatter again. Similar break to his first, and the balls are spread far and wide. As I say, cannot find a ball. And Jordan Shepherd in with first chance again. Slightly awkward layout. He's got an opener on reds. In fact, he's got an opener on reds or yellows. Yellow to the left of that pack will pass into the centre, but yellows are a bit messy, so preferring reds. Very nice, kicks out his bad ball immediately. And slightly hamper queuing, but he's away. Really now, just the 8 ball. It poses a potential problem.
Yeah, and it is definitely a potential problem.
Went after it. He's lost the cue ball. That's in off.
It's not been there for him, has it?
No.
Time running.
He's going after the 8, trying to break it out while he had the angle, but I don't know. I mean, who am I to question that? But it just felt like, you know, there's 3 reds just above that 8, and I think he could have used any of those to try and break it open. I think he was better off just taking his medicine there and dropping that one in.
always get the feeling that, especially when the match has played out as it has so far, that Jordan Shepherd has several more gears to go to. And you know, if he hits the switch and all the rest of it, he can run 2 or 3 and take this match away from Conor. But it is always a slightly risky game, that, because you know, the later on into the match that you go, the less time you have to continue playing as he is. He's winning frames, but he's giving some up as well. Conor will happily take those chances if he's given them.
It works.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure if it's exactly what he played, but it works.
Yeah, that's nice. He's now in absolutely prime position. Just wants to leave an angle straight enough on the bottom of these 2 yellows so he can make his way back to the middle of the table.
Yeah, that's okay.
Take this for 4 each. We were 2-2, we're about to go 4-4.
Yeah, Jordan will be annoyed because that's twice now he's had a 2-frame buffer, and twice any kind of mistake here.
Well, that's it. That's
Conor's playing well.
That's what I was saying. You know, needs to start finding his form.
Makes 1 of each.
Yeah, that's nice. And these are a very, very good chance.
Yeah, yellow's good. Really good.
To be honest, I don't think red's a bad either, but he'll go yellows just for the first one.
Yeah, it doesn't really have an opener, so just that one ball on the side cushion, which
I think he goes there next.
yeah, he goes over there now. There's always just a slight question mark over these shots. There never was on the old table, but this one they do play a bit tighter. Absolutely expect them to get it.
Yeah, even there you can just see that it does just play that little tighter.
Yeah, just bobbled. Hit both knuckles. Just enough angle here. Probably use the side cushion. A little bit of left-hand spin on the ball just accelerates the cue ball, and he lands in perfect position.
Yeah, that's lovely. First finish where you've really felt like Jordan Shepherd was properly on it. That was very good.
Meant that it was a little bit awkward to play certain shots, but he did say with this thing he can play the full array of shots now. But yeah, he said the same thing to me, is there's a lot of power in it. Still getting used to it. What another break this is.
Yeah, every chance for going 5-all here, but Conor Treacy's got a fairly tricky layout, but one he'll certainly fancy. He's just got to be precise with the cue ball. There's a bit of traffic, there's plenty of little lanes where this could go wrong.
Yeah, he wanted to come out another ball for this yellow in the middle.
It's a sort of finish where, if you're playing really well, you almost don't notice how good a finish it is. But when things are a bit tricky and it's high pressure, that's when it becomes a good one.
decided to...
Yeah, that's okay. That's perfect, actually. Red just comes far enough to still allow access to the top left corner pocket for those 2 yellows, and he's in ship shape here. Give you a splitting hairs. He's a little high on this one. Want it to be beneath it so he could get a little straighter in on the second of the 2 yellows to the middle.
Yeah, he's just finished just fractioning off straight the wrong side, so probably have to screw straight back and leave a bigger angle on the other yellow and then play a cannon.
See what I'm saying though, Nick, about how even sort of simple finishes where every ball's got a pocket, it doesn't take much for them to become difficult ones.
Well, this is where it could go wrong, because he shouldn't have had to play this cannon. He's going to cannon the red, and he needs to be careful where that red goes.
He's held that really well.
Yeah.
And he still goes right centre.
Yeah, it's just about how he gets on the 8 now, because there's a lot of traffic around that yellow. I think he's fine. I think he can leave an angle and just stun through the gap of the reds and just again take his medicine and leave a longer 8 ball. But he just needs to make sure he leaves the right angle here. Has he got there? Yeah, I think he has just. I mean, he could even just top through now into the red. Yeah.
A lovely route so far from Conor Treacy. He's worked quite hard. It's for level pegging. Yeah, good shot. 5-all then. McCarthy flying against Neil Rayburn 4-0. Odell 5-4 against Rob Wall.
Sheppy's so lucky there. Wowee. Look at this cue ball. It's in all the way. Watch, watch, watch. Wow.
Yellows. Extension.
Extension called.
I think he's got the yellow long to bottom right corner. He's also on this one to middle.
Yellow balls in there.
And actually, the yellows aren't too bad. It's just that one on the left-hand side. It doesn't go to bottom left, and it also doesn't go to left centre past that red, I don't think. So it's about where he's going to put that yellow. This needs to be a good shot.
Oh, it is.
Oh, he's just come too far.
Well, that's again playing into what we were talking about with that sort of new cue. I don't think he can believe he's gone that far. Picked a lovely line out, looked great, and then just kept on rolling.
Yeah. Because if he's just above the ball or off straight, he can. Excuse me. He can. Oh, that works.
Yeah, that'll do.
I was going to say he could have played short position on that yellow, but he found another way, as the pro players often do.
Yeah, lovely plan B shot from Jordan Shepherd.
Picking the gap between the 2 reds. He's got a fair bit of angle here. He can't hold that naturally, so he's going to have to bounce the cue ball on and off the cushion, so this could go wrong. And he just caught the very top of the knuckle as well, but still judged it to perfection. There wasn't a very big window there to play through. That's a top clearance.
Yeah, brilliant. Jordan Shepherd is the first to the hill. Wins that mini race.
Conor Treacy.
Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, Conor.
Ball in hand from both.
What a time to do that.
Too many mistakes. That's 3 times.
And it's so rare you see Conor give anything when he's out there in the arena. His temperament, I think, is brilliant. But you could see there, he's so frustrated with himself for that.
Extension.
He's really put everything into that break. You can see the power in the pack. But
However, Jordan has to go yellows here, I think, and he's got an awkward ball that he can't develop, and he doesn't. They're both on the bulk line, so he's going to have to cut it back. Ooh.
Got too far.
Yeah.
Yellow ball's in play.
Gone quite a way too far.
Yeah, he's got. Well, I'm not even sure he's on the cut to middle. I was going to say he's got a perilous cut to middle, but I'm not sure he can see the potting angle.
I think he can take the one below the balk line to the top left, but
Yeah.
I think you can play that. And if you wanted to, you can almost hang the yellow.
He's going to play the double and go up and play the cannon into.
Oh, gets the double kiss. Oh, reds aren't easy, but for Conor Treacy to stay in the tournament, he's got to take him.
He's not forced into attacking here. I mean, he could put the ball, the cue ball, in the bulk area and knock his bad red out and just leave Jordan on top of his yellow. I quite like that shot because it moves one of the awkward balls. Actually, sorry, I'm talking absolute nonsense. I don't know why for a second I thought he had ball in hand, and I have absolutely no idea why, because it clearly wasn't.
It's been a long weekend already, hasn't it, mate?
Talking absolute rubbish.
That's all right.
It's not the first time.
Yeah, that's
Won't be the
okay.
last. That was clever though, because he's pushed that red in the path of the double. He has left this tempter for Jordan, which he gets. That's a super pot. That really is. Well, that's the chance you take when you leave a long tempter for Jordan Shepherd. Fair play to Conor. There's not really much more he could do, and he was starting to run out of time. All about the angle here. Needs to be straight or just off straight to the right-hand side. I think he's just okay. You can play this as like a little, either a top shot, probably a stun run through.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he was always going to finish fairly close to his work just because of the angle that he left. That's not bad. You can play this, run the cue ball around 2 cushions, back out to leave himself a long 8 ball.
Well, these are the ones you got to make. And for Jordan Shepherd, this is for the win.
He's going to have to punch it in because he needs to get the cue ball across the side rail. I think natural shape takes it towards the pocket, and he did. Very nice.
In it flies from Jordan Shepherd, who is successful in taking down Conor Treacy. Decent enough performance in the end for Jordan Shepherd. Far from vintage, but he got it done when it counts. Do stay with us. We've got Cole Bedford versus Christophe Lambert coming up for you shortly.